So what happened after Prohibition? Do we know what happened to all of the bootleggers that were locked up, that kept the case? Were their cases expunged? Did they go on? Like, probably not. And I'm saying because Prohibition, what a lot of people don't know about Prohibition was it was connected to the women's movement. It was passed, connected to the suffrage movement because women were getting their asses kicked. I mean, these guys were getting trouble,
because they were that's what brought it. It was a religious thing or
very connected to
society,
a
moralistic thing.
Right.
All right, that's different than this because
let me ask. So then,
racially targeted.
Right. Then it blows up. Right. Then you have bootleggers that come in. They make huge money, but a lot of people are caught. A lot of poor ass.
Yeah, like the Kennedys, and then
but a lot of poor ass sad sacks. That bathroom gin shit. They were caught and they were thrown in jail. What happened to them once the next amendment came through? Did they get their records expunged? And can we use that pathway? You're right, for the brothers. Not because the one thing I noticed when you walk through here, like this industry thing is born. But while this is an industry, we got tens. Thousands of people that got scarlet letters now around their necks.
We have it's in the millions.
In the millions.
And no, we cannot use the model that happened to the bootleggers after Prohibition.
What do you suggest we do?
Well, it's first of all, let's not overcomplicate things. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that is that one of the things, again, this is where education comes into play. One of the problems we had in our legislature was when it comes to record expungement, in our adult use bill, what they were proposing was they were proposing to automatically expunge the records of anybody caught between an ounce and 5 pounds.
Right.
Okay? So for us, we were like, okay, yeah, that's great. We like that. All right, All right. But these legislatures, all they heard was 5 pounds. And in their minds, 5 pounds meant like El Chapo.
Right.
You know, like they could not get their brains around the fact that they heard 5 pounds. Right. And I'm sitting there saying to myself, okay, wait a minute. You have a problem with me moving a little bit of weight to make a little bit of money, but you want to allow someone who don't look like me to come in here and move a whole lot of weight and make a whole lot of money. And then you plan on continuing to keep locking me up, and then you gonna lock me out, turn around and make a buck off of this? Hell no. You know, so and when you look at prohibition of alcohol versus prohibition of cannabis, prohibition of alcohol was a moral thing. Like you said, it was brought on by the women's movement because women were tired of getting their asses whooped by their drunk ass husbands. Right. Hence the term wife beater, where that came from, those shirts. Right. You know. But then when it comes to the prohibition of cannabis, that was specifically targeted towards hippies and African Americans. I'm one of the named plaintiffs in the lawsuit with the Department of Justice. We're trying to get cannabis completely descheduled.
Right, because there's a whole paper that was written by the Department of Justice that shows this whole, makes it a schedule. What is it, schedule?
Schedule 1 drug.
Right.
Yeah. Now the problem is that you have 2 reports, old reports. One was the LaGuardia.
That's what I was talking about. Yeah.
At the end of that report, what they figured out was that actually this doesn't need to be outlawed. There actually needs to be research because there might be some. They found that this might have some medical benefits.
Right.
Then the second one was the Schaefer report, which is what Nixon wanted. Now, what ended up happening is that when they turned in the Schaefer report, it came up with the same thing. As a matter of fact, Mr. President, we don't need to make this a Schedule 1 drug. What we need to do is we need to hurry up and start researching this because this has medical benefits. President Nixon got pissed and got mad and threw the report in the garbage can. And wanted to go forward against the Schaefer report, the Schaefer Commission's advice. He wanted that, and the reason being is because he needed a reason to be able to break up, the Black Panther Party meetings. He needed to be able to get rid of the hippies because the problem with hippies is that hippies are white people who are progressive enough to know that they are not better than black people just based off of race.
And it was a youth movement.
Yes, it was counterculture, the whole 9 yards. Okay, so if you are a white person who does not think, if you are a white person who thinks that you are equal you know, to a black person based off of just race and not better than, that was a problem.
That was a problem because he wanted to keep the drug part and the miscegenation idea.
Exactly. He needed that. He needed to be able to vilify it on. He needed to be able to vilify it on the evening news over and over again.
So you have this point where